more credit to Hong Kong folks that they're not so easily suckered into such a deal. I mean, first of all, obviously the gentleman who bought it was a gentleman. Doesn't say much for us men, does it? Apparently, he didn't bother to go up there and look at the damn thing until after he bought it. Because if he did, he probably, quickly ran away from the real estate agent. But I thought I'd throw that in because, but I'm still thinking it's funny as hell. But for those who are really struggling to put a roof over their head, it's not funny. It's damn sad. It says a lot about the irresponsibility of this special administrative region government. When the secretary announced all this new measure, 九招 whatever, I don't know what the hell the term was, she stressed that they were just guidelines with no statutory liability. Only when these guidelines proved to have been ignored by the developers would the government, quote, consider, end quote, consider codifying them into law of the land. She can't be serious. Maybe she was. But I don't think, as far as I'm concerned, she couldn't be. Because had the property developer been so socially conscious and not obscenely missionary, they would not have required any guidelines at all to do the right thing by the potential buyers who fatten their pockets. We need laws, and we need them to be stringently enforced. What we definitely do not need are some cockamamie guidelines to coax these property barons to walk the straight and narrow. Then there's a totally unconscionable delay of enacting a minimum hourly wage law for Hong Kong workforce. Every single advanced country in the world has a minimum wage law. Why not Hong Kong, Asia's world city? We are all familiar with our good friend Tommy $20 Joe, a legislator representing the rotten borough of catering industry, who, before being called foul on his asinine statement at a recent RTHK City Forum shoutfest, went even further by saying the $20 benchmark might well turn out to be lower were his industry to be canvassed on what should be the appropriate minimum wage. Good thing this has been set straight by one and all almost immediately by noting the single biggest cost for doing business in this town is not the payroll, but the rent for commercial premises, which the government has not seen fit to cap. Heaven knows how many small and medium enterprises have been driven to close up shop because of ever-increasing rent. On this same subject, the most heartless and illogical statement made so far is the one that says, quote, it's not an employer's duty to pay an employee a living wage. I forgot who made it, but it doesn't matter who made it. Whoever made it is an idiot. I mean, what is this guy saying? That Hong Kong should regress to the Keynesian world of indentured servitude and semi-slavery? This report is still unsurprisingly disgusted that the man's callousness has not had much of an editorial reaction from the local media. And even if you were to remove yourself from this emotional outburst, even from the perspective of this heartless employer, that if all Hong Kong employers were to do as he advised, not paying the employees a living wage, who the hell is going to buy all the products and pay for all the services? If you can't even live on the meager wages you're getting, how are you going to be able to afford to go to a movie? How are you able to afford, forget the buying a house, buying an apartment, or just eating a meal, 飲茶, you can't even afford to do that. Eventually, the logical conclusion is nobody can afford to do anything because they have no money to do anything. So in order coffee shops and whatever movie house is going to close down. Makes no sense. But then again, people without heart usually are not very sensible people.